Camels and the American Desert. 1. In 1803, the Louisiana Purchase nearly doubled the size of the United States, but Europeans and Americans had never fully explored the area. The U.S. government sent expeditions to describe the land and make maps. In 1820, one group explored areas that are now in New Mexico and Texas. It was a very dry year. They had trouble finding water in the area they explored. They said that much of the West was a desert. Many people wanted to move to the West. Traders took a long and dangerous route to trade with Spanish settlers in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Mules and horses had a hard time surviving the journey. The U.S. Army decided to conduct an experiment. The Army wanted to see if camels could help troops and settlers in the West. In 1855, a U.S. Navy ship sailed to North Africa and brought back 33 camels and a few men to handle the camels. On their first trip in the American desert, the camels showed that they were very strong and didn't need much water. They also ate plants along the way. Travelers didn't have to carry camel food or search to find food or water. The Army decided to buy 41 more camels. In the next few years, camels joined several caravans to California. But within a few years, the camels were set free or sold. They were very good at carrying loads over harsh land, but Americans didn't like them. They smelled bad and frightened the horses. Americans liked to handle mules and oxen instead of camels. Mules and oxen responded to orders more quickly and easily. The Army never purchased any more camels. Other people who brought herds into the United States weren't successful either. Camels were probably the best animal for crossing western deserts, but Americans used horses, mules, and oxen instead. Most Americans never learned to get along with camels. 1803, Louisiana Purchase. 1820, U.S. government explores New Mexico and Texas. 1821, trade begins on Santa Fe Trail. 1856, Army brings camels to the U.S. 1866, Army sells camels at auction. Number 1. What is the meaning of the word expeditions in paragraph 1? The U.S. government sent expeditions to describe the land and make maps. A. Wagon trains. B. Groups of explorers. C. Foot soldiers. D. Map makers. Number 2. What does the information in the first paragraph tell you about the author's point of view? A. He or she thinks the Louisiana Purchase was the largest land purchase in our country's history. B. He or she thinks that camels were valuable because they were strong and didn't need much water. C. He or she thinks that the Louisiana Purchase gave America a lot of unexplored land. D. That the Louisiana Purchase wasn't a good deal because the desert was inhabitable. Number 3. Which sentence from the passage supports the point that explorers in 1820 saw only a small part of the land in the West? A. The U.S. government sent expeditions to describe the land and make maps. B. It was a very dry year. C. They said that much of the West was a desert. D. In the next few years, camels joined several caravans to California. Number 4. Use details from the text to support the conclusion that camels were the best animal for crossing western deserts.